Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So the last week and a half, we've seen Bitcoin tumble. Guys, this is Bitcoin on the daily. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at 66,200. It's been like a slow decline all week. I feel like, every single day I wake up, talk about the market, and Bitcoin is just a little lower and lower, but you guys can see that here on the chart. Since June the 6th, we have seen a bit of a tumble for Bitcoin. This has brought the altcoin market down along with it. Right now, we've got neutral sentiment in the space, 53, and it feels like, we're at the bottom of the bear market once again, but we're not, guys. I know the feeling feels like we're in doom and gloom. XRP is back under 50 cents, and none of your coins are rallying. Maybe your portfolios are at break even, or maybe they're even underwater at this moment. We have to look at the metrics. We have to look at where we were in the past and how this is all going to change moving forward. So we've got the market, 24-hour volume, that is down by a little bit. We haven't seen a lot of trading action over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 54%. So you guys can see it here. Market is pretty much a mix of green and red. Not too much in terms of price movements up or down. I mean, if you're holding a high concentration of one particular cryptocurrency, and that crypto has gone down, let's say it's Stacks, STX, that crypto's gone down 7.61%. You're probably feeling it a lot more than if you're holding like a large quantity of Stellar's XLM, for example, which has only gone down 1.09%. And even in the last 7 days, Stacks has gone down 15.89%. So significant if you guys do hold a large quantity of one particular cryptocurrency. This is why my strategy this bull run is to diversify, and I have outlined all those coins at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. So guys, here's one thing I wanted to point out with regards to the market and historical trends. So we're seeing this in a decline. We have seen Bitcoin reach that new all-time high. But since then, we've pretty much just kind of traded sideways and just kind of are vacillating in this channel here. So when are we going to get out of this? I mean, when are we going to see more of this? We want to see more of this, less of this. It's going to happen soon. I wanted to take it upon myself. I did a little bit of quick research this morning, took a look at the past, compared it with the sentiment at roughly the same time in the cycle in a previous cycle. So 53 right now. So if we take a look at the total market cap, guys, I'm going to bring up the entire crypto market cap here, the total, and I'm going to backtrack here to 2018, the all-time high when we did see that total market cap. Now, this is just using the total market cap, all of crypto sentiment. After the total market cap surpassed its all-time high, we did see it reach a new all-time high, and then it did retrace quite a bit. And don't forget, guys, when this was late January 2021. So right before that euphoria phase, when that euphoria phase did kick off in the rest of the market. But in and around here, we did see a significant retracement in and around late January. So let's call that January 27th, 28th, 2021. And you got to remember, during this part in the cycle, let's bring up Bitcoin here again real quickly. So what was that date? January 27, 28, 2021. We were in and around here, okay? Pretty much topping out, getting very, very close to topping out in that cycle. Let's bring up XRP just for fun too. Late January 2021. Where was XRP? XRP was popping upward, actually, after that, after the bad news that we got just a month earlier that Ripple and XRP were being sued. So looking at two tails here for cryptocurrency, the altcoins and Bitcoin. So for XRP, we were seeing some positive momentum to the upside. That was one particular cryptocurrency. But guys, if we look at the Fear and Greed historical index, okay, Fear and Greed history over time. I just wanted to show you guys this in case you are feeling a little down and out. Now, let's not forget, this was right before the top of that euphoric phase when altcoins really did hit their peak, when XRP did hit $1.96. So only a few months before that. Again, this was late January 2021, and XRP reached its peak in mid-April 2021. So February, March, that's only 2.5 months after. And you know where the Fear and Greed index was back then? Well, let me just scroll down here, and you guys can see the Fear and Greed on this chart here. You guys can see in and around January 2021, it was at 55, okay? There you guys can see it there. January 28th, 2021, Fear and Greed is at 55. Today we've got Fear and Greed at 53. So just kind of outlining where the crypto sentiment is at. And I can feel it in the space, but guys, let's not worry because the best has yet to come. XRP right now, as of the time of this recording, is trading in and around. Let's check it out here. Let's Let's get an accurate measurement here, in and around 48 cents. So that's up a little bit. I guess I should say back on January 31st, okay, so in and around that time frame too, where we were talking about the sentiment being very low. Look at where XRP was on the chart, number 3 underneath Tether, and it was only trading at 49 cents, so not far from where it is today. A few months can change this market, turn it around completely, and it's going to depend on a lot of other factors like spot Ethereum ETFs. Michael Branch bringing this to our attention. The rumor is that they're going to start trading, that they're going to launch on July the 2nd. So that would be big, a huge catalyst, bringing cryptocurrency back up. A long-awaited event for crypto enthusiasts is on the horizon. Spot Ethereum ETFs are expected to launch by July 2nd. This news was fueled by Eric Balchunas in a tweet. With the SEC seemingly ready to give the green light, this could be a game changer for Ethereum's price. Or he's asking, could it be a game changer for Ethereum's price? Here is the official tweet. We are moving up our over and under date for the launch of the spot Ethereum ETF to July 2nd. Hearing the staff sent issuers commenting on the S1s today, and they're pretty light, nothing major, asking for them back in a week. Decent chance they work to declare them effective for that next period there. So we're getting murmurings that the Ethereum ETF is going to launch July the 2nd, guys. That is definitely going to bring the crypto market back up with it. If Ethereum moves, guys, I think the rest of the altcoin market specifically will move, because Ethereum's like the king of altcoins. And so, right now we are down. Ethereum is down about 26, almost 27% off its all-time high. But generally speaking, what we tend to see is once Ethereum does hit its all-time high, the rest of the crypto market does start rocking and rolling. So we're 37% from the all-time high of Ethereum of roughly $4,881 per coin. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and definitely, I think the ETFs would definitely help that along. Michael Branch also bringing this to our attention. So Brad Garlinghouse is even a little confounded as to why XRP maybe hasn't been, rallying in the way it should be now that we do have clarity for XRP. But I think it's mostly macro market sentiment. Again, we are in 53 when we should not be at 53 for fear and greed. We should be much higher for the general crypto space. But, I think this is trickling down and having an effect on XRP. Garlinghouse voiced his sentiment during an interview. This was at the Apex Summit from last week. He contrasted XRP's position with that of Ethereum, the largest altcoin. He noted that XRP is one of the few cryptocurrencies in the US that can definitely be said not to be a security. In contrast, Ethereum's status is uncertain, with the SEC's having sent pre-warnings to its founders about a potential lawsuit. Despite this clear regulatory advantage, Garlinghouse expressed his surprise that the market has not reflected this in XRP's value. In his words, I think it's strange that XRP is in such a unique position and that the market hasn't kind of rewarded that, guys. Here is the clip of Brad Garlinghouse, courtesy of XRP Drops. It's heavily undervalued still.
I think it's strange to me that XRP is in such a unique position and that the market hasn't kind of rewarded that. XRP in the US is one of the few things we can say definitively is not a security. With ETH, I don't know how that's going to play out, right? Apparently Wells notices, which is the SEC kind of pre-warning that we're going to file a lawsuit, have been gone out to consensus, well, purportedly, as I've read, maybe on your site as well, to consensus. We know the Ethereum Foundation has received various inquiries. So look, it's super frustrating.
It's super frustrating, as Brad points out here. However, again, I think it's macro sentiment right now. We're seeing XRP just kind of behave as it usually does behave, last and fast. Remember, guys, let me throw the XRP chart here on the weekly, just to remind you guys that generally we don't see any activity until that last leg of the bull run. During the euphoria phase, that is when we see this kind of activity. And before then, we just kind of get downward and just nothing remarkable, really, until we get to that euphoric phase. So euphoric phase, January 2021, which brought XRP up as high as it could get at that point in time. Remember, we're going to have a lot more on-ramps available to us for US traders specifically, the highest volume of traders for XRP. And right now, it's just the same kind of squiggly, although we're going up instead of down as we did back in 2018, 2019. So, You know what? This is good news. Good news for us. We will see XRP appreciation soon. Wanted to thank XRP Drops and Michael Branch for posting that. There's also the multitude of partnerships that we're seeing with some Ripple partners like Tranglo. Check this out from Chad Steingraber. There are currently 77 countries plugged into Tranglo, with the majority of banks for each country involved. Check out the list of these countries, okay? So when we talk about these Ripple partners and them being able to expand to several different countries, I wasn't assuming that it was this many. But just take a look at this. Look at all the integrated banks from the list of countries. That's just the first page here, too. I've got a second page here. And these are all banks, okay, integrated. But they are micropayments in a lot of cases, right? USD up to 10,000. In some cases, we're seeing euros up to about 1,999,999. But take a look at this. They're all real-time payments, and they're all going to be put through the XRP ledger. So a lot of opportunity for a lot of volume to flow through the XRP ledger just through this one Ripple partner, Tranglo. And it's good to get a visualization. Here are just some of the banks that are also connected to that partnership. So I wanted to thank Chad Steingraber just for bringing that up and kind of giving us some context here of how big this is going to get eventually once we do see that real world utility and once we do finalize regulation in the United States, because a lot of this does depend on that, but also global regs, because, in a lot of these cases, we're seeing, okay, up to $1 million. So this is not for the business or enterprise use cases yet, where we would see trillions of dollars or billions of dollars moving through the XRP ledger. This is still only up to $1 million. So retail transactions, still very small. I wanted to thank Chad. This is another one from Mr. Man. I'm not the only one who understands how rebranding in the crypto space works. So remember the other day we heard Brad Garlinghouse say that Liquidity Hub did not succeed and that, they had to kind of pivot a little bit. That got people in the XRP community down, but that doesn't mean that it is completely dead. He brings this up, okay, retweeting out Chad Steingraber's tweet. Liquidity Hub is not dead by any means. The Ripple custody solution, okay? So you got to think of what else is happening behind the scenes. So Medico, PolySign, Standard Trust is the next evolution of the same product. It doesn't matter what they call it. They can keep changing the names on products consistently, but it's the same goal and vision. So let's just go back here to the Mr. Man tweet. Some will state that it's dead, but that's a fallacy to those who lack an understanding in wordplay. Now that we're moving into real-world adoption, rebranding needs to take place for high-valued players to step in. So think of that for a second. Okay, now we have the custody partners. We have Medico, Standard Trust. We have the PolySign connection. And Ripple is moving into a new vertical, entire crypto integration, a whole different way of thinking about crypto. I mean, they're almost becoming a bank or an institution, a financial institution to a degree. Mr. Man here also posting this. Solana has now been offered at standard custody. So remember who owns standard custody, guys? It is Ripple. And that was just the most recent news here. Your institutional grade digital asset custody. Institutional Solana is now being supported over there at standard custody. And if you click on the website here, I will link all this in the description of the video for you. I just wanted to remind you guys, if you scroll all the way down here and you just take a look at their board, Jack McDonald is now on the board along with Tom Keeney, who also had a connection to Ripple and was formerly on the board of directors over there at Ripple. Arthur Brito is also listed here. We combine blockchain, institutional, and HSM expertise to create inspired solutions to address today's problems. That was Arthur Brito, the founder of PolySign, the co-founder of Ripple Labs, and the co-creator of the XRP ledger. And I'm wondering if that was a recent quote from Arthur Brito. It probably is, so they'll probably still have contact with Arthur Brito. Otherwise, they likely wouldn't put it on here. Maybe they would, but interesting to note that even there is an Arthur Brito tweet, Arthur Brito quote on the webpage for Standard Custody Trust Company. Just getting back to this, they are rebranding. The products are going to be named something different moving forward, but guys, ultimately they're going to be the same thing. There's also this continuous fight versus the SEC. Bill Morgan here commenting on James K. Filan's tweet with regards to this new update. Ripple and the XRP community. The SEC has responded to Ripple's letter regarding the Terraform Labs consent judgment. Ripple sent in a letter saying that, it's unfair that, take a look at this Terraform case where there was pure and utter fraud and they're only getting penalized a certain amount, whereas we are getting penalized much more than that. But now here we have the SEC asserting that Ripple continues to engage in conduct awfully similar to the conduct that resulted in the violation in the first place. There is a warning, but what can the judge do with that, as the record before her does not allow for her to decide if Ripple's current ODL cells are violative. So I don't know if this is going to really go anywhere, but it is just another update with regards to the court case. Basically, we just need to get towards this verdict, and then all will be said and done. Hopefully, the price of XRP will go up, at least, even if we do get a quick little FOMO pump. That could help, if it is timed well with the rest of the crypto space, that could help get the price of XRP up once everything is free and clear. And, I think $1.97 will be distant history. I think we're going to surpass all-time high this time around. That's just my opinion. Again, you can tap my brain over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I answer all your questions. I get a lot of DMs every single day, and I try to answer everybody's questions. The group is small enough that I can manage everybody's questions. So if you guys want to tap my brain on something, you can. But I'm also going to be sharing my targets shortly once we do get into that final leg of the bull run. And I'm going to be doing another Q&A session, guys, next week. So all that at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. David Schwartz has come out vehemently criticizing Donald Trump's recent no tax proposal. This is another one from Michael Branch. I don't know why David gets involved in the politics, but I guess he's entitled to his opinion. Trump presented this idea during separate meetings with the House and Senate Republicans, aiming to unify the party ahead of the upcoming November election. But David Schwartz was critical on this. Ripple CTO condemns his tax proposal policy. He reacted to Trump's proposal, questioning the need for tax if the government can simply print more money. Thereafter, Ripple CTO David Schwartz responded with a stark warning about the potential economic consequences. Schwartz explained that they can only print money because taxes create the demand for money. Without taxes, you could avoid paying for government by not using dollars. Moreover, the Ripple CTO cautioned that without the demand created by taxes, the value of the US dollar would rapidly decline. This on the heels, though, of Donald Trump stating this in West Palm Beach, Florida the other day, courtesy of Bank XRP. I think he's going to be the next guy. Listen to this.
Well, I will end Joe Biden's war on crypto, and we will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in America. We're going to keep it right here, and a lot of it's going to be done right here in Florida, right?
A lot of it's going to be done right here in Florida. Let's hope there is more innovation in the United States, in the sunny state of Florida specifically. I love it in Florida. I love Florida so much. Anyway, want to keep moving along. Smoke here. Also bringing this up, guys. This was recent. This was just from June 11, just last week, an institutional investor presentation. The gentleman here presenting is Matthew Lemerle, okay? I just wanted to bring this up because this is important. Investor at Blockchain Coinvestors. I believe that is his own company there. And if I just scroll down here, you guys can see some of his experience. Blockchain Coinvestors, a co-founder and managing partner, also the chairman of Blockchain Coinvestors Acquisition Corp. But he's been in the financial world for quite a while now. And apparently his company has been a big investor in not just Ripple, but also XRP. Listen to this.
There are many use cases now, very successful investment use cases. And I won't go through these in detail other than to say very briefly that there are good reasons why a lot of value is being captured. So if you look at number one, as I already mentioned, we need infrastructure to allow for the digitalization of finance and commerce. And that's being created by companies with names like Anchorage and Fireblocks and Kraken and so on. And these are digital custodians or wallets or marketplaces. And we're investors in all of those, are ones that we show as examples here. In terms of monies and commodities and assets, the same thing is true. We're taking things like SWIFT or Visa or MasterCard, and we're upgrading them into digital equivalents, which have names like Ripple or Yellow Card. And we're digitalizing monies like the US dollar into things like Tether and Circle, and we're an investor in Tether and Circle as well.
So an investment firm that invests in a lot of different blockchain companies, including Yellow Card and Ripple, as you guys probably heard there, under the digital examples. But guys, I think this is all part and parcel. Notice this is just a handful of these crypto companies. When you look down the list, there are how many crypto coins right now? 2.4 plus million cryptocurrencies, different cryptocurrencies that do exist. This is just bringing up CoinMarketCap. I remember when this number was in around 10,000 coins, but now they've listed, I guess, 2.4 million plus cryptocurrencies that exist. And, 10%, maybe 5%, 1% are going to remain at the end of the day. A lot of these cryptocurrencies are not going to have value. So, it is important to see which coins, which crypto companies are going to be the ones that take it to the next level. So as Smoke does point out here, we are taking things like Swift and Visa and upgrading them into a digital equivalent like Ripple. So These are the kinds of things, these are the kinds of points we have to pay attention to. Sophisticated investors are buying into real use cases and are stating the companies by name that they are behind. Not only that, from the same presentation, okay, confidential institutional investor presentation. Here's what he said about investing in XRP and some other cryptocurrencies. Listen to this.
We invest in early stage projects before they go public. So in addition to Bitcoin, there's a lot of others that have gone public: Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, Solana are all examples. And the confusion kicks in because people look at this and they assume, well, they're all tokens, so they're all the same. And then they say, well, I don't know what tokens are, so I can't invest in them. Well, they're not all the same. So on this page that I'm showing you right now are apples and oranges. They are all tokenized, but they represent completely different types of investable assets.
Not only that, Smoke does point out here, he highlights XRP specifically as a crypto unicorn that they are invested in. Note the blue highlighted tokens in the chart are the crypto assets. These are the unicorn tokens that they are invested in. And XRP is one of those blue highlighted tokens here, along with some other interesting picks, guys. I'm happy to see some of these unicorn tokens on the list, if you know what I mean. XRP being prominent too on that list, along with the company Ripple that uses XRP exclusively over the XRP ledger. So even though we are in neutral territory today at a measly 53, remember guys, the bull run is just around the corner. We were sitting at 55 at the end of January 2021, which would have brought us in and around here, guys. And at that point in time, we still had the majority of the bull run left. The altcoin market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, still almost had 500% to go. So just another observation that says this thing can move in the blink of an eye, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.